Cosmic Babes? It's your girl Malu from Co-Creating Hermit. Okay, babes, I'm so excited because we just had a full moon in Virgo last night, or this early morning, whichever one you prefer. Remember that the full moon is good for releasing, for like deep rooting all those negative limiting things that are holding you back. It's a perfect time for reflection and working on those things that you no longer want in your life and setting those intentions for that. And it's a reflective time for contemplation and for introspection, I want to say. Definitely that's been the vibe for me. So I hope that's been a positive vibe for you as well. I'm sorry, this video, the lighting is going to be very off because my ring light just kaput, like it just gave out on me. So before we actually get into it, excuse me, let's do a breathing exercise so we can connect your energy to the energy of this video, and that I can give the best reading possible. Of course, this is just a general reading, you know. So take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Remember that this general message YouTube video does not define your life. You do, and what you choose to do along with spirit co-creating with you is the overall definitive factor. Excuse me, I totally made a mess. So let's see. Let's inhale, hold, exhale. 2 more. One more. Hold, exhale. Perfect. Okay, so let's get into it now. So what does the collective need to ground into right now, Spirit? What does the collective need to ground into right now? Okay, we've got 5 of Swords, comparison. What does the collective need to remove? Old stagnant energy. Where does the collective need to remove old stagnant energy? Ooh, sorry guys, I bumped my tripod. I believe this is the Page of Cups in reverse. So we have both of those in reverse. Let me double check 1 second. Oh, it's the Knight of Cups. Okay, and where is perfectionism keeping the collective trapped, Spirit? Where is perfectionism keeping the collective trapped? Where is perfectionism? Perfect. We have understanding. So that is Page of Cups. That one is Page of Cups. Yeah. Or Page of Water, I shall say, for this deck. And lastly, how can the collective nourish their souls, Spirit? How can the collective nourish their souls? How can the collective nourish their souls, Spirit? Ooh, 8 of Swords in reverse, guilt. That is so beautiful. Let me just double check to make sure that that it's looking good. What I'm getting from Spirit and from the cards is that we need to ground into our individuality, into our authenticity, into what makes us us, right? And I know these 2 words, well, at least for me, it kind of feels cliche, but I love using them anyways, and I don't care, sue me. But you need to do the things that bring you much closer to alignment and to authenticity with your authentic self, wholeheartedly and unapologetically. Those are the 2 words. For real. Like, that is what is necessary for you to ground into at this moment, is being intentional with the things you do and checking in with yourself if that rings true for for your authentic self. That's what we're getting here with the Five of Swords in reverse, you guys. And also it's learning how to, if you're a person who tends to subconsciously compare yourself because maybe, for example, you were compared since a young age to either a sibling, to a friend, to a cousin, to anyone under the sun. There's some parents that tend to do that to their kids. Trust me, I understand. That was one of the things that I really but I experienced as a child. Saying if that's something that you're going through and you don't mean to do it, but you notice that that's a toxic habit that you have of yourself, like your inner critic is huge. Trust me, babes, I get it. Like, that's one of the things that I've been constantly working at, is checking my inner critic. So anyways, I'm digressing, I'm sorry. Moving on, what I wanted to say is that release slowly, because I get how hard it is, that need, or whether it's conscious or unconscious, of comparison. There's no need to compare your worth, your work, you as a whole, to any other person. It doesn't define you. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is a part of you, but not necessarily you as a whole. You as a whole is that spiritual aspect, right? And that soul inside of the body, the observer, watching and seeing and doing, right? Experiencing this life and all those things, like, it's a part of life. I don't know if it's getting like super, tarot is woo-woo. I want to say like taboo, but this is kind of taboo, and it just reminds me of the book, The Untethered Soul. If you haven't read that one, go ahead and read it. It's really good, and that one really taught me about how seeing things from a different perspective and not being so attached to certain things, labels, identifiers, opinions, theories, like, it just, you know what I mean? Just, again, I'm going on a tangent, but that's what I'm just getting here, guys. Like, we need to let that go so we can move forward and move on with our lives. One second. Okay, still recording. Oops. So moving on here, where does the collective need to remove old stagnant energy? Again, with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, what I'm sensing is, like, some of us need to be real. Like, whenever I see the Knight of, you see how he's doing, well, in this card is the Knight of Water. You see how she's taking that leap of faith and just like trusting, and I feel like it's hopeful. But with that pink color here in the blue, it's like a mixture of happiness but also love, like loving, nurturing feelings. And what I'm getting is that some of us need to stop romanticizing certain things, and see things in an analytical and subjective. Is it subjective or objective? Yeah, subjective way. Is it subjective though? Okay, I'll write the proper meaning. Either, and I want to say like a subjective way, like a non-attached way. And yeah, don't romanticize everything, especially if it's at the detriment to your overall health. So see things in a more like left-brained manner, especially like if it's starting to feel like you're off the path, right? Because some of us tend to see things, again, with those rosy colored glasses or lenses, and it makes it difficult for us to practice our discernment and to follow our intuition, because it's disguised as a wonderful thing since it makes us feel positive. And that's the thing. Sometimes too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Remove that need to have to feel like you're in love with what you're doing, or else I'm not gonna do it whatsoever. Like, if you know you have to do something for your overall well-being, babes, like, do it. Don't neglect yourself from taking care of yourself and being your own parent. Like, I know this sounds weird, but it's like sometimes we forget to to care for us and nurture ourselves and be gentle with ourselves and compassionate with ourselves and patient with ourselves as much as we would be for others. And it's like, that's what I'm sensing. Like, we need to pick up that habit, because some of us haven't been doing that, right? And that's a way to remove that old stagnant energy, is to care for ourselves, no more neglecting ourselves and putting ourselves in the front burner, so to speak, and being that firm authority in our lives. Like, there's no need to wait for something bad to happen in order for you to realize, hey, I need to change something. Like, start changing it now. Like, you know what I mean? If you're thinking in longevity terms, like, if you say you want to live a long, healthy life, right? Yet your current reality doesn't match that ending or that projected future based off of what you want, then you got to change it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you're saying some things that you don't want. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be unhealthy, overweight. I don't want to be, eckies, like, plug it in. It's important then for you to take action right now and think of preventative care rather than treatment. I don't know why. That's the message I'm getting. I'm sorry if I'm digressing. But anyways, let's move on to the third card. Where is perfectionism keeping the collective trapped? Okay. Perfectionism. For me, you guys, excuse me, I keep on, my tripod's literally right in front of me. My setup is wonky, guys. I'm working on it. So anyways, so what I'm sensing with this third card here, and where perfectionism is keeping us trapped, we're constantly waiting for the right time to jump in. Like, you see how all these birds are already flown out, they're free, they're out there expressing themselves and pursuing their passions, or just actually getting shit done. It doesn't necessarily have to be something big, like making a business or fucking getting a degree or getting that side hustle going. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be simple as like achieving a small goal, as in like, I'm going to incorporate reading one book a month. I'm going to give myself that goal of reading a book a month. It doesn't have to be grandiose. So it's just us seeing other people who already are integrating that into their life and making change in their lives. Again, with that comparison, bring in that realization that there's never going to be a perfect time to try, like, than right now. There's no better time than the present moment. Honestly, that's what I'm picking up. And us waiting constantly for the perfect time to jump in is just keeping us in our safe comfort zone and in the phase of planning. I feel, okay, you guys, have you heard that song by Janae Akio? I freaking love her so much, my fellow Pisces queen. She has a song called 10,000 Hours. Oh my God, I love it. I actually have to listen to her album today. But anyways, her song, 10,000 Hours, she has a lyric that says, always planning, but never manifesting. Okay, and I won't sing it to you. I think I'm a singer, but I'm not really. So anyways, that lyric, always planning but never manifesting, we're stuck. Like, I related with that lyric so much, and it hit home because I'm like, damn, I do spend so much of my time overthinking and focus on like getting the nitty gritty done, so much so that it stopped me from doing what I love. Like, I love making these YouTube videos. I love writing and blogging whenever I actually sit down and do it. I have a blog, by the way, and I post a monthly blog post. Anyways, shameless self-plug there. And I love painting and doing other things. However, I tend to not show it off or put it out there or put myself out there because I'm so like worried about like, oh, how does it sound? How does it look? And oh my God, my video quality is crap. And like my background is, you know what I'm saying? There's so many infinite things that I keep on nitpicking. And that has stopped me for like almost half a year to move on and to actually try. And honestly, if fear is what you have and self-confidence is what you lack, the one thing that can kill it and remove it, not permanently, actually not remove it and not kill it, the one thing that can tame it, that's a better word, that can tame fear, is experience. Doing that thing. Like, practice does not make perfection, but it makes progress. And that's all we're striving for at the end of the day, hopefully, is to progress and to improve ourselves, right? Because there's no, like, you can't completely heal, and we can't completely master something, right? Because there's always something to learn, right? And hopefully, if you keep that student mindset, it helps you in the long run. And that helps you remain adaptable, flexible, and I want to say like solution oriented, right? It's good because life is always happening. And whether you're like, oh, finally, I healed. All right, everything's cool. I finally got my degree. Everything's going to work out like I planned, like, X, Y, and Z. And then life, it throws a curveball and boom, like, let's see if you're really healed. Toma. So that's keeping you trapped from living your life in the present moment right now. So just be gentle with yourself. Let go of your guard, like stop guarding it, and allow yourself to be a student. Allow yourself to be a novice. Allow yourself to be in that moment enjoying doing something new, right? And then also don't let the mundane things that you do on the daily that helps you get you to tomorrow, right? Which eventually will get you to the future. Learn to enjoy that too, because it's a blessing. Honestly, there's so many things that we take for granted that it's a blessing, like just being able to walk. If we're getting like real, it's a blessing to be able to walk. It's a blessing to be able to hear and see, to have a home, whether that be an apartment, a trailer, a mansion, it's a blessing to be sheltered. If we want to get real, sometimes we get stuck in our own problems and we feel like, oh, woe's me, like I'm not gonna recover, this is so hard, when we forget to like remember that we're not the only person in this earth, and other people are suffering as well. So one, you can lean in with other people who are suffering to help you guys collectively, or two is realize you're not the only one suffering, and it's not the end of the world, because if someone else is also suffering and you see them over time heal and get better and grow and learn and become resilient, it gives us hope that, hey, I could do this too, I'm human too. Oh, there's a beautiful saying that Maya Angelou has said. I can't say it in Latin, but it says, I am human. Nothing human can be alien to me, right? And we have the choice, the power of choice. And she also says this thing, when you know better, you do better. So it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be you. It's okay to learn, and it's okay to be sure. Like, sorry guys, I'm digressing. So let's go to the fourth and final part. A way that you can nourish your soul is being mindful of how you talk to yourself. That's plain and simple. Like, if we're gonna be straightforward to it and honest, is some of us in the collective have really toxic inner critics, or maybe some of us, our mental health is feeling a little low at the moment and we are going through it. I don't want to say depression, like I'm not sensing depression. I'm just sensing anxiety and worry. That's what I'm sensing. Sorry guys, I had to sit up properly. Yeah. I feel like giving you guys a hug. I feel like actually not giving you guys, I feel like we need a group hug. Everyone. Everyone needs a hug. But it's just, and I feel like the collective, some of those in the collective need to hear, it's gonna be okay. Like, I know for some of us it's hard. We're going through the ringer, and a lot of things are coming out unexpectedly, even though it's not here, right? I'm not seeing it like in the cards. Hold on, let me pull out my clarifier cards. Yeah, look at the back of the deck, intensity with the Knight of Wands. Rightness, yeah. I mean, with those two cards too, like honestly, some of us have gone through some of those hard things for a reason, to prepare us for the next step. And I know in the moment when that was happening, you're like, what the fuck? I don't deserve this. Why am I going through this? Like, that's not fair, right? But as time goes, as time passes by, you come to terms with it and you learn to move forward, and you lead yourself onto a new phase, and you realize that those things helped you and made you who you are now, and you're growing and evolving, right? Some of us, it's intense of those things that we're going through, but it's necessary to get us to the next phase, right? There's a big plan, a divine plan out there. It's just we're seeing it picture by picture, like frame by frame, whereas the universe, spirit, whatever you subscribe to, already knows a whole movie, the whole film. Like, and it sucks. It really does suck, right? I've experienced a lot of shit. I mean, crazy. And I know other people's is crazier or crazier, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of shit that I experienced in my life that I wish I didn't have to, and I don't wish it upon other people. But I know all those things have impacted me in one way or another for me, current me, right here, right now, speaking to you, making this video. Honestly, a lot of it. And some of it still makes me cry. Some of it obviously still hurts me. But I'm just so happy right now in this present moment. And that's all that matters. Right now, I'm good, you know? And that's what I want for a lot of other people as well, to be good right now in this present moment. That's a blessing for sure. So anyways, let's get some more information for the collective. What else does the collective need to know during this full moon in Virgo, spirit? Ace of Wands. Sorry, Ace of Swords. King of Wands. We've got the King of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, hold on guys, that's gonna kill me. And then we also got the Empress. She fell on the floor, but it's okay. I'm gonna put that up there. Again, I hope you guys see it. I'm working with the camera angles here. Put my tripod a little bit lower so you guys can see the cards a bit better. Okay, so overall, you guys, it's for our overall mental health. Like, that's what I'm picking up. The main focus from this full moon in Virgo and the energy of it is mental health, like your thought process, what's going on through your mind, what's driving you guilty. Like, that's the main focus. Let's not do that anymore. And perfect, the card 8 of Swords is in reverse. Our main focus is to let go of those limiting beliefs and to move forward, right? And to no longer compare ourselves with the 5 of Swords here, and learn how to bring about that confidence, right? Because some of us are feeling inadequate, incompetent, or just beating ourselves up for making any little mistake, right? With the King of Wands in reverse, right? And I don't know, I sense like a feeling of some of us thinking we have to do it alone. right? We don't want to share with others what we're going through because we don't want to be a burden. But honestly, like, cliche, we're all in this together, like. But I don't mean it in a cliche way. Honestly, what I'm trying to say is, like, lean in on your support system. Don't be afraid, don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed to ask for help, or just even like asking, hey, do you have the space and the time to hear me out? Like, I really need a vent and I need a shoulder to lean on. And that is for some of us, it's a hard thing to do and to ask for. It's a hard quality to have. I totally get it. That's something that I've never done before, and I just started learning a couple years ago. So practice asking for that and advocating for that, and even holding that space for your friends and for your loved ones, you know, and focusing also on our self-care, our nurturing ourselves. Again, I had said that too, like reparenting ourselves earlier. I said that, and that's one of the other focuses, is like taking care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, and physically, and spiritually as well. Taking care of ourselves, cleansing ourselves, going back out to nature, going back to that sense, in order for us to cleanse and to recenter ourselves and ground ourselves, and bring in that abundance, like double confirmation, bring in that abundance. I'm not sensing an abundance of like money, of finance. I'm sensing an abundance of emotion, positive emotion, and thoughts for ourselves, thinking in a healthier way. And I don't want to sound like toxic positivity, never that. Like, I want it to be in a healthy way, like to realize, like, right now I'm sad because I have gone through this experience, and it's really making it hard for me. Okay, what do I need to do to help soothe myself, to help calm myself down, to help reassure myself that I'm going to be okay? And then doing those things, and then after that, hopefully eventually being okay, and then being back to happy, right? Because the last thing we want to do is suppress and deny and neglect ourselves. So being more intentional with how we treat ourselves and how we feel about ourselves, and also with others as well, but mainly self in these final weeks of winter. Like, let's learn and let's practice releasing and shedding that old self, or I don't even want to say old self, but that self that's been toxic for ourselves, you know, and working on our solar plexus chakra to bring in that confidence as well. But feeling and embodying abundance, the energy of abundance, right? Filling in your own tank and your own cup with love, and showing yourself that compassion. At the back of the deck, we have the Six of Cups, which is a beautiful card about reminiscing, about remembering the good in our lives and in our childhoods, and having feel good feelings, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that some of us, I don't feel like all of us, but some of us need to remember that. Sometimes we get so like hyper focused in the negative and then the bad and what's not going for us, that we forget to count our blessings and realize how good we have it. So practicing more gratitude is important, you know? And I'm sorry, like, I don't know if this is coming off preachy. Like, I'm there with you guys, I swear. Like, this is not like, please don't take it the bad way. I'm part of the collective. This is a collective reading. Some of this hits home. So I feel you. I'm right there with you guys. So moving forward, we're going to do the Moonology cards for the collective. So let's see how the full moon in Virgo is affecting the collective during these next few days, or during this lunar phase. How is the full moon in Virgo affecting the collective during this lunar phase, Spirit? Oh, yeah. How's the full moon in Virgo affecting? Okay, so we have faith in your dreams. That's beautiful. Yeah, for some of you guys may feel like giving up, or some of you guys are realizing that not to give up on your dreams. The energy is gaining momentum. It's beautiful. I put this one back, but still read it out to you guys. You are good enough. A full moon in Virgo. She came out to say hello. But you guys are good enough. And I honestly, I'm telling you, you know what, I'm keeping it because that has been the message of like letting go of comparison and believing in ourselves, and being open and honest with ourselves and vulnerable enough with ourselves to not hold ourselves back anymore, and to feel more confident in ourselves and releasing those narratives that make us feel shame or guilt or any feeling that's holding us back, right? With it in reverse here. You are good enough. You're good enough to go after your dreams and to have a healthy life, y'all. Like we all are. We need to allow ourselves to do good and to be good, to feel good. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who do feel like fucking shit, like they don't deserve it. Like, I don't know, because their self-esteem is low. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I hope you guys don't take it like that, you know, for the good of all and harm to none. But that's a lot of people, their mentality, because they've been broken down so much and that they actually believe that. So that's what I mean to say. And with the energy is gaining momentum here, I'm sensing that you guys are starting to realize that for sure. A lot of us are starting to realize, you know what? We are good enough. We are deserving of all those wonderful things. Believe in the impossible. Yes, with the blue moon in the back. Believe in the impossible, you guys. Like, there's oh my God, this is just so beautiful. There's wonderful energy during this full moon in Virgo, of bringing about this change, a new phase, a new mindset. And I'm definitely feeling that and getting that with these oracle cards for sure. Like, that's just confirmation to all the tarot cards. With have faith in your dreams, you are good enough, and the energy is getting momentum. Like, you guys, it's on the way. It's on the way. Whatever you're doing to make these, to release this narrative with the 8 of Swords in reverse and the 5 of Swords in reverse, you guys are on the right track. And again, like, this is nothing but mental, like, sword energy that I'm sensing here. And obviously too, water energy, because of the 2 water cards here and the air cards, like the swords and the cups. So
hey Cosmic Babes, I know this seems a little bit unusual. However, I didn't realize that my camera stopped recording the last half of the video, and it's time to improvise. So overall, the message from the full moon in Virgo is to be mindful of our thoughts and of our emotions during this lunar phase, on our day-to-day, and create new, if you haven't already, create new ways to respond to our environment and to take care of our mental health and our emotional health. Overall, it seems like the collective is already mindful, but I'm just stressing it to those that haven't been aware of it or paying the attention to it. But yeah, I hope that you guys really liked this collective video. I know it's a shorter video compared to my other ones, but I wanted to keep this one sweet and short. It's been a while since I done a collective reading. So yeah, please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Give a comment down below if it resonated, or any other comments. Like, I love to communicate and talk to you guys. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Join the self-discovery community, and share this video with anyone you think would care to watch it as well. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next week for the newest video. Bye, Cosmic Babes.